Welcome to Part of the Penetration. I am Jay.
And I'm T.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
So you've been dripping on the Instagram all weekend.
No, I have not. I just went to a wedding.
How many weddings have you been to, bruh?
3 weddings. I'm done. I'm done for the week. I'm done for the year. Sorry. I'm done.
All right. Well, this week I have hackers publish personal data on thousands of U.S. police officers and federal agents. Microsoft reveals that hackers gain access to its web email services. Amazon workers are listening to what you tell Alexa. And a security flaw in WPA3.
And I'll be talking about Girl Scouts team up with Hewlett Packard to give their Girl Scouts some security lessons. Windows patching on April 9th did more harm than good. And also attackers have now been spoofing some of the big tech and security companies.
Of course, what's new?
Hey, another day, another hack.
Pretty much. Hackers publish personal data on thousands of U.S. officers and federal agents. So hackers breached 3 sites associated with the FBI, and this includes like law enforcement leadership and training located specifically in Quantico, Virginia.
Wow.
So the hackers, they gained all this information, then they are putting the data up to download on their website, which even though this article, TechCrunch, they eliminated all the sensitive information, so not to include the agencies and the specific links. They did reach out to the hackers, and the hackers already said they making their spreadsheets, they structuring it properly to release the information. And they did say that it is going to put government and law enforcement at risk.
Wow.
So, and they did say that they have over a million data. So hackers also stated that the way they did this to hack the information and get the information was using public exploits. It was nothing intricate. It was just like they didn't update their sites, and they were using outdated plugins.
So our FBI and our law enforcement just said, who cares about patch management or anything? Like, we're just going to have just bare bones out here.
Pretty much. I don't understand the logic, but...
Yeah, especially you have your officers and your agents out there now. Their lives, potential families' lives, are at risk. You have terrorists out there. Anything can happen now.
And these hackers actually are not playing. They put up a sampler of the data to show like, hey, this is legit. Like, this is just a piece of what you could get.
Oh yeah, they like, nah, play with us if you want to. We said what we said. We got this.
I just want to know, why do they do all these law enforcement, FBI? Like, when y'all gonna get Sally Mae? Like, they must know something about Sally Mae security that we don't.
We must need to implement their training because they ain't have a breach.
They security on lock. Well, allegedly, we ain't heard nothing.
Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
But if y'all do, just make sure you accidentally get mine. And,
slide down a little bit.
BABR, and that's too far.
Kind of close together. It'll be well appreciated. So Girl Scouts teamed up with Hewlett Packard. They decided that they want that, our online presence as far as the younger community is getting a younger age. Before we were on MySpace, AIM, all that, high school, maybe middle school if we pushed it. But you have little kids in elementary school with cell phones walking around having a whole online identity. So they decided to launch a campaign where they have these games that their members of the Girl Scouts would play, online games, and it teaches them about privacy, digital footprint, basic security principles. And by playing the game, they can end up winning badges. So, Girl Scouts love their badge. So they'll be able to display it. I think it's good that we're teaching them young.
Yeah, they can tell a friend to, keep security on lock. I wonder if they have something like that for the Boy Scouts.
I have no idea, but maybe we can do some training ourselves and, get some free Girl Scout cookies.
I thought he was on the diet, bro.
Hey, man, when those Girl Scout cookies gotta find the plug, man.
Until them s'mores start sticking.
Nah, I don't like s'mores. I'm good.
Okay. Microsoft reveals hackers gained access to its web email services for 3 months. So between January 1st and March 28th, unknown hackers hit the accounts of various Microsoft email web services. The company is in the process of sending out notification to all the individuals that have been affected. Microsoft says that it's limited to it's a limited subset. So
Okay.
it only affects those that have like a at MSN, at Outlook, and at Hotmail email addresses.
Okay.
They did make sure to say that the hackers could see the email address, the folder names, and the email subjects, but they couldn't see the contents of the email. So the contents and the attachments, the hackers were not able to see, allegedly. But Microsoft has, they have not said how many accounts have been affected by this, nor has it given an indication as to who is to blame. So be sure to be on the lookout if you have an MSN, Hotmail, or Outlook.com email to see if your information has been breached. They will be sending out an update to update your password.
Right. So basically, while they're not being able to see what's in there, they could say, hey, Trent's been emailing Jordan here and there, so she's probably someone I probably want to target with a spear phishing campaign and try and get you to think that I sent something that I didn't.
Yeah, even though they feel like it's menial information, like they got access information that they can't do anything with, it still opens up the door, like you said, to social engineering.
So that's when, you just got to pay attention to who people sent stuff from. Like, did you really send this? Like, with last week with the treasurer.
I'm interested to find out how many people were affected by this, because I feel like it's a large amount. And 3 months is a very long time.
Yeah, Microsoft, I don't know, they just been in the news this week because they sent out their patch on April 9th for, Windows Wednesdays is what we call it, because that's when they send out all their patches on Wednesdays. And it turns out it's been doing more harm than good. It's been affecting antivirus. It's been clashing with antiviruses and Windows 7 and Windows 10 machines. Mostly Windows 7, 8.1, Server 2012, and Server 2008. They were experiencing problems booting up. They were experiencing slow crash downs. Windows 10 did have some problems like that. There were some similarities, but it's mostly been found to be with clashing with an antivirus called Arcabit. Never heard of them, but obviously somebody uses them if it's causing a problem. But Avast, they found out that there was problems in their with their antivirus as well. They were waiting for Microsoft to go ahead and patch it, but they just decided to go ahead and send out some emergency updates themselves.
I'm not gonna lie, every time I update my computer, like my notification stopped working last week after it updated last week. So I believe it.
Oh yeah. Sound just goes out. Speaker sound files get deleted. Just saying, like, what is going on? But
you said Windows 7 though?
Yeah, Windows 7. I know what you're thinking.
I was like, you're not supposed to be running. Isn't that end of life?
Not till January 2020. So you still got some time. It's on his last leg.
Well, that should be motivation to go ahead and get a. I always want to know, why do people run end of life software, out of date software?
Sometimes it's too expensive for them to keep it up. Sometimes, like, some military mainframes are still on XP, but they just pay Microsoft a certain absurd amount of money each month to patch it.
I cringe when I see, because normally sometimes when you go to the ATM and you get that error, it's like on the XP type thing. Yes. But other things that make me cringe are IoT devices. Do you have one?
Yeah, I have IoT devices.
Which one you got?
I got Alexa. Alexa be helping me when sometimes for me to be chefing up in the kitchen, meal prep, I just say, hey, Alexa, set this timer. Boom, good to go. We be tag teaming. All
right, Trent is still single, y'all. So any one of you young ladies can come help him out instead of him tag teaming with Alexa. You and all that tag teaming, Amazon workers are listening to you.
All they're going to hear is just set the timer.
Amazon employs thousands of people around the world to help them improve their Alexa digital assistant, powering its line of Echo speakers. So what they do is the team listens to voice recordings captured by Echo owners in their home and offices. The recordings are transcribed, annotated, and fed back into the software to help eliminate gaps so Alexa can better understand when you request something.
That quality.
Yep. So the team consists of, full-time workers, contractors from Boston, Costa Rica to Romania. And they all signed non-disclosure agreements, so that's probably why this is our first time hearing about it. Sometimes they hear recordings that they find upsetting or possibly even criminal. 2 workers said they picked up what they believe was a sexual assault, and Amazon said it's not their job to interfere. all information is treated as, highly confidential.
Right.
They have multi-factor authentication. There's restricted access to the information. So they have it pretty well protected. Alexa's privacy settings does give you the option to disable the use of voice recordings for development features, but the company says that people who opt out, they will still, their voice recordings will be analyzed like by hand over a period of time. And I want to say, I think Bloomberg is the one that did it. Yeah, Bloomberg is the one that got this article. And they said in the screenshots, it doesn't have your full name and it doesn't have like your email address, but it has your first name and it has your account number and it has a serial number for your Alexa.
That's kind of disturbing. One, if I opt out of something, I don't want you touching it at all. Like, don't be analyzing anything. And then, even though they have their account number, they can get around other ways. And
I was
boom,
like,
now your prom is compromised.
Wait till the EU find out, dog. They gonna slap them with a big GDPR fine.
Oh, well, hey,
because technically, your account number can be seen as like PII because I can link that back to you specifically.
Yeah. They'll find a way in. They can probably even, once they're in there, link it with the name and then the devices because it has the device ID in there.
You should have went with a HomePod. I believe they said that their transcription doesn't have any information. It's just encrypted, doesn't link back to you.
So HomePod, that's going to be on my Christmas list for anybody who wants to get it. HomePod. So attackers, researchers at Great Horn found out that attackers have been spoofing Barracuda Network Security, and also Microsoft, which are two big players, tech players in the industry. We're used to spoofing. We're used to, they're sending these fake emails. Where these were actually pretty intricate. So what was happening was they were editing the headers, which is the from headers, which is where you see in your email, oh, this is from Jordan. So they're editing those emails, especially with Barracuda, to make it look like it hopped around several times from a Barracuda hop, making it seem legitimate. The Microsoft spoof was also doing the same thing, and what was happening is it's able to get past filters. So they noticed that a lot of the companies don't have DMARC records in their emails. So DMARC lets you legitimize that the email is from somebody. So it turns out that out of all the global tech companies, about 49% are actually using DMARC technologies, which means that these attackers are seeing stuff that we're not doing, and then they're circumventing it. Even though the process is out there, they know that we're not taking our time to secure it with DMARC.
No, we think we working hard. These hackers be working like 10 times harder.
10 times.
I guess that's where your security training would have to come in play, right?
Right, yeah.
Make sure that even though, our email system's on point, you still want to make sure that you're verifying information, email addresses at all times.
Yeah.
All right. Well, security flaw in WPA3 protocol lets hackers hack Wi-Fi passwords.
Wait, I thought WPA3 just came out like 2 weeks ago.
I promise you, I felt like it did. It probably did just come out like yesterday. But for those of you who don't know, WPA or Wi-Fi protected access is a standard designed to authenticate wireless devices using the Advanced Encryption Standard Protocol and is intended to prevent hackers from eavesdropping on your wireless data. So basically what WPA3 relies on a secure handshake called Dragonfly, and it's to help protect against, dictionary attacks. Security researchers said that they found a weakness in the early implementation that allowed attackers to recover Wi-Fi passwords by using timing or cache-based side channels.
Okay.
So pretty much they were, with this attack on WPA3, they were able to downgrade the security to WPA2 and make it use that to mislead it. And that's what leads to vulnerability. A patch is being worked on for the vulnerability, known as Dragon Blood, I believe. But obviously, you don't have to do anything. The update is automatically pushed. But I was like, WPA2 has been out for a minute, and it took a while for them to even crack that.
Exactly.
You just put WPA3, and it's like...
I thought we'd be around a little bit longer. Like, thought we'd have a little bit more of a bond before you just...
Like, y'all move quick now.
Oh, very quick. But technology's moving at a rapid pace.
As always, like, I love your textbook answer. Any church announcements?
No church announcements for me.
All right. Well, this has been Part in the Penetration. I'm Jay.
And I'm T.
And that's it.